Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, iRacing fans from around the world, welcome to a live broadcast brought to you by KMA TV and KMA Racing. Welcome to our weekly Saturday night race for Pad 266. Now every day we keep Pad in our hearts and in our thoughts every day, but especially on Saturday. We'll come out here, always at Talladega, always in the Chevy Silverados and the Toyota Tundras, and we'll run 100 laps out here in the name of Pad. Tonight's winner of the weekly Pad race will receive $20 in iRacing credits to put forth towards another vehicle, another track, a subscription amount, possibly a donation right back to Pad. A lot of things out here you can do with $20 in iRacing credits. But the main thing about tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about Pad all night long. We've got 36 drivers out here tonight coming out to help us out. And you'll notice a lot of purple out here. Purple was the color of Nikki Clenny. Nikki Clenny is the daughter of Mike Clenny, founder of Pad. Now, Nikki lost her life in a texting and driving accident a few years back. Now, she was innocent in it. She was a rider in the back seat. The driver of the vehicle choosing to make a bad decision and pick up the cell phone, something obviously a little bit more important to her than keeping her eyes on the road. And unfortunately, Nikki lost her life in this texting and driving accident. And her father, Mike, vowed that he would do everything in his power to educate the world about the dangers of distracted driving. So he formed up PAD, People Against Distracted Driving. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like more information about PAD, you can go to padd.org, w.pad.org. A lot of information there about the dangers of distracted driving. Information there about how you can protect yourself and prevent your own distracted driving. Lots of cool stuff to buy. We got some Pad gear, bumper stickers, wristbands, t-shirts, or you can make a donation to help support Pad. Donations are greatly appreciated. As I said earlier, we've got about 30-some drivers coming out for tonight's Pad race. Right now they are under qualifying. We'll be wrapping up qualifying soon. And qualifying out here extremely important as they will race this 2.6 mile speedway. Last week's winner, the win belonged to John Henderson, representing Kickin' Asphalt Motorsports. Great job John Henderson did out there. We're going to see if he can do it again tonight. We've got the guys from Crow's Nest out here. A few individual drivers as well. Drivers like Michael Johnson, big fan of Pad. Joel Guy, your race admin for the night. Jack Watts out here tonight. I haven't seen Jack for quite a long time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, starting grid is in. No surprise right there for Tony Wright to be up there on that front line. No surprise at all, side by side with LG Whaley. Now, I'll tell you what, folks, if Tony Wright and LG get hooked up, that's going to be all she wrote. Tony Wright pulling down a 54.381. LG Whaley pulling down a 54.415. Sitting in third position, we've got Paul Sheldon. Fourth position belonging to Jason Beach. Jesse Unruh back there in fifth, side by side with Donald Stewart. Donald railing out of Carolina, and the normal number 78, always driving to 78. Wayne Feldman back in 7th position. Rick Sybrands back into 8th. In 9th, we've got Eric Laurie, and he's to the right of Earl Lateral. J.D. Crow in 11th position. Rodney German in 12th. Gabe Butler, Dude Conrad for 13th and 14th. Scott Sakaguchi will be starting off tonight's race in 15th position. Donald Sadusky, good to see Donald, back into 16th. Brandon Herndon, 17th spot. Everett Lane, position 18. Jimmy Crow, 19th. Jack Watts back into 20th. Louis Loa will be sitting in 21st. Michael Johnson into 22nd. Ben Gear sitting in 23rd. John Woodruff, 24th spot. Ivan Garcia, Dave Acacia, 25th and 26th. Craig Kinney, 27th position. Frederick Hofstetter, 28th. 30th position belonging to John Henderson. J.R. Johnson back into 31st. Gary Whitmer Sr. sitting in 32nd. Joel Guy, 33rd. Kevin Scott Nelson back into 34th. Jason Nichols, Danny Morris near the end of the field, 35th and 36th. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there is your starting grid for tonight's weekly Saturday night pad race. PADD.org. This is KMA TV. This is Talladega. It is Saturday night. It is time to go 200 miles per hour around this track. Tony Odom out there in front, side by side with L.G. Whaley. I did mention, ladies and gentlemen, if these two drivers get hooked up, that's going to be all she wrote. Tony on the inside, LG up on the outside. Looking to get a jump out here. We're set for 100 laps of Talladega high-speed racing in the Chevy Silverado and the Toyota Tundra.
Green flag.
Green flag is in the air. And look at that outside lane go. Did Tony possibly check up just a little to let these drivers down? I don't know, but LG is down, and here comes the hookup of Tony and LG. I told you, ladies and gentlemen, it was going to happen. LG back up in front of the 26 of Jason Beach, and there goes Tony. Why not Odom? Old Farts Sim Racing, 99. LG, plenty of room to get down and drop. It stays up. I tell you what, folks, that was one of the best starts of a race I have seen. One lap, green flag in the books. We are underway. Donald Stewart of number 78, upper lane, showing his support for Pad with purple rims. Driving the Boston Red Sox Chevy Silverado, a tribute truck to his departed father. His father was a huge Red Sox fan, and Donald pulls it out every now and then for his father to show tribute, and puts on the purple rims on Saturdays for the weekly pad race. On the inside, 071 of Eric Lowry, having to do a little bit of checking up from the 133 of Jesse Umra. Number 10 of Rick Seabrands in the Jack Daniels. Hoping to find a couple of teammates out here. running for Old Crow's Nest Racing. Number 17, J.D. Crow. Crow's Nest member right there. So Rick's in a pretty good place. Rodney German in the number 36. Three wide on lap 2 with Rodney German in the middle as the 8, Dude Conrad, and number 19, Donald Sadusky go charging by in that upper lane. We are 3 wide at Talladega, coming down the backstretch, ladies and gentlemen, and we are hitting 193 miles per hour. Rodney German between a rock and a hard place in the middle lane. Keep an eye on that upper lane being controlled by number 8, Dude Conrad, trying to get a big run, make that third lane work. Not quite happening quite just yet. Rodney German holding it very steady on the inside. On the inside of that middle lane, giving that upper lane plenty of clearance, actually keeping those left tires down there on that white line to the right side of that middle lane. Crossing over a little bit right there, kind of crowding off onto the number 17 of J.D. Crow. Number 12 of Earl Lateral, side by side with Everett Lane. Everett Lane coming charging along with Jack Watts on that high lane. Now I tell you what, if they can get 4 of them hooked up there, that's exactly what they need to do, is get 4 of them hooked up. They may have something. Boy, that is a beautiful sight right there, ladies and gentlemen. Number 34, Paul Sheldon, down on that inside lane. What a line these gentlemen are holding right now. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Our eye in the sky. Donald Sadusky side by side with Donald Stewart. Stewart in the middle. You know, looking at the size of that, you could actually go 4 wide. These drivers are quite capable of going 4 wide. The track will take it. The track is big enough. I have seen it. I've done it myself, folks. But not tonight. Tonight is all about safe driving. Patience, no distracted driving allowed tonight. No risky driving allowed tonight. Dude Conrad really working that upper lane. He's got help from Donald Sadusky, the 19, the number 24, Everett Lane, 77, Jack Watts, the number 88 of Gabe Butler has jumped onto the bandwagon as well. They are trying to make that train high road work, but not quite happening yet. Number 16, Jimmy Crow, just biting along this time with his teammate there on the 88 into a 3 wide position with the number 74 of Louis Lola of the number 31. We are as 3 wide as the eye can see, folks. What are we, 3 wide, 6 deep, 3 wide. Coming up on some lap traffic. Upper lane just not going to quit trying tonight. Loving the 3 wide racing out here. Tony Wright, LG Whaley in complete control of tonight's race. Side by side, haven't changed position at all up front. The only lead change is consisting of between LG and Tony Wright. Dude Conrad, one more time making a charge for the front. Flying the lead, a lap 10. Almost got ahead of LG Whaley. Donald Sadusky giving everything he's got with the number 8 Chevy Silverado. Dude Conrad is not able to quite get up there. Jack White's favorite lane tied in tow. LG Whaley will lead lap 10. People Against Distracted Driving, ladies and gentlemen. PADD.org. Put the cell phones down. You know, that is the main message the pad tries to convey. Put the cell phone down. You know, I personally keep my phone in my work supply bucket, we'll call it. Always goes into my trunk. I check it when I get to my next job. I don't bother with it while I am driving. If you're not comfortable doing that, stick it underneath your butt. Sit on it. You need to get it somewhere where you cannot get to it. You cannot pick it up in the hands-free stuff, folks. Don't get me wrong. That is some great stuff. Last week saw a lady going down the street, had her phone securely mounted up onto her dash, texting away. Well, she didn't change anything. Still texting and driving. The text can wait. LG and Tony, Jason, Paul, Donald, your top 5. Well, they've been 3 wide here, right at about 10 laps. Pretty much still 3 wide, 6 deeps. One more time, Dude Conrad getting that run up on that high lane. Speeds between 191, 193. Donald Sadusky very comfortable up on that outside lane. Now, a lot of drivers will get up there on that outside lane and they'll flinch a little bit, but not Donald Sadusky. Donald doing an awesome job. Very wide here at Talladega. Huge field out here tonight. 36 drivers started and took a green flag out here. Jack Watts out here tonight representing Southeast Motorsports. Good to see Jack. Middle lane seems to be dissipating a little bit. Nobody really behind the number 10 of Rick Sabrans in that middle lane. Number 4 of Ben Gear. Keeping quite a distance off of that number 10. Just not wanting to get up there and get mixing up with it yet. 3 wide with the 16 and the number 88. 117 of John Woodruff working along with the number 4 of Ben Gear. Jimmy Crow, J.D. Crow in the 16 and the number 17 for 18th and 19th. Michael Johnson driving the PSI AAA Motorsports pad Chevy Silverado, currently in 23rd position, still right on the tail end of this pack, hanging on to the rear end of the number 31 of Brandon Herndon. Joel Guy in the number 91 went all out on his pad Chevy Silverado. Very beautiful looking truck right there. David Casey at the Dollar General number 20. In the secondary pack, about 10 seconds back, we've got J.R. Johnson, Jason Nichols. The 52 of Gary Whitmer Sr. And the 111 of John Henderson. Ivan Garcia hanging on for dear life to the draft of the 111. Ivan is sitting in 30th. Frederick Hofstetter and Craig Kenny sitting at 16 seconds back in the number 11 and the number 90. Wayne Feldman 1 lap down. Kevin Scott Nelson 2 laps down. Kevin having some difficulties, technical difficulties for Kevin. Tough break. Lap 18 up 182 to go. 6 lead changes. Tony Wright, L.G. Whaley, Dude Conrad, each one controlling their own individual line. Awesome racing out here tonight. Caution free. Number 8, Dude Conrad. Losing big up on that third lane. That third lane is finally dissipated. Dude Conrad and Donald Sadusky giving out. LG Tony Wright taking a big, deep breath. LG going down in front of Tony Wright. Tony Wright into the rear end of LG, giving him a huge bump to get him moving. Donald Stewart and number 10 of Rick Sabrans going up high, make their way around to number 26. Over lane down to the inner lane. This middle lane, this outside lane, they have fallen apart. Not quite sure what they're doing with this middle lane or that upper lane, but I tell you what, it is completely falling apart, and everybody seems to be wanting to get down to that inside lane. Thinking about green flag pit stops should be coming up right in about 4 to 7 laps. Drivers thinking about getting into pit row. Well, to get into pit row, you need to be down onto that inside lane. You can't pit from the middle lane. You'll run somebody over. And slides in number 77, Jack Watts. And the number 77 slides in. 78, Donald Stewart getting a run. Only 4 trucks in that middle lane. A couple of holes they can slide into. Interesting how we've gone from 3 wide racing down to pretty much single file. Surefire way to tell. We've got green flag pit stops coming by. Donald Stewart, though, not saying goodbye to that middle lane quite yet. Hooked back up with the number 8. Getting a little push from the number 10. And we've got Dude one more time in that middle lane, challenging the low lane. Well, he's just about got him. He's got to the tail. Green flag pit stops coming in. Ton of truck coming down pit row. This will be our first round of green flag pit stops. LG Whaley, Tony Wright coming in together. No surprise at all right there. Tony Wright started out tonight's race in first position. LG in second. Let's see how they fare off in these pit stops. Tony Wright a little slower getting out of pit row. Nice pit stop there for the 071. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, your first round of green flag pit stops. And here is your second round. And we've got a little bit of trouble right there in pit row. We're going to back that up and see what happened as they came in. Had the number 31 taken a little bit of a spin. 31 of Brandon Higgins coming in hot, causing a bit of a problem on pit row. Tough break for the number 31. Over lane back on track. Jack Watts up there with LG Whaley and the company. Jason Unruh, current leader, pulling out with Donald Stewart. Very nice pit stop right there by Jesse Unruh and Donald Stewart. Now here at Talladega, you got to have a partner. You got to have a partner. I cannot say that enough. You got to have a partner. and the number 78 and the 133. They are hooked up in first place after the first round of green flag pit stops. But I tell you what, they are going to get caught. They're going to get caught pretty soon, I tell you what. Donald Stewart and Jesse Unruh. Here comes LG and Jason Beach. Jason Beach in the number 26. LG Whaley in the number 99. And I told you, Donald and Jesse would get caught, and they got caught. And we're back to double file racing here at Talladega in the race for pad 266. www.padd.org. Ladies and gentlemen, check them out. Might be a 5-minute visit that saves your life or saves the life of someone you know. padd.org. You gotta love this race. And 27 green flag laps here at Talladega Super Speedway. Taking a look at our running order. Jesse Unruh, LG Whaley, Donald Stewart are top 3. 4th place belonging to Jason Beach. Tony Wright, due to difficulties in pit row, has dropped down to 11th. Jay Crow, 1 lap down. Donald Sadusky, 1 lap down. Wayne Feldman, 1 lap down. Frederick Hofstetter, 2 laps down. "28 laps in the books, 11 lead changes." Jesse Unruh, LG Lally, 1st and 2nd position. Donald Stewart, very impressed with Donald tonight. A little bit of purple there on the rims of the number 36, Rodney German. Purple rims on the number 78. Dropping back to 8th and 9th. Well, we've got the number 10 of Rick Sabrans, or the number 10 Jack Daniels. Running along with the number 17. 17 of JD Crew. JD 1 lap down. Number 88 of Gabe Butler, working along with Eric Laurie and Tony Wright for 9th, 10th, and 11th. Paul Sheldon, part of that group, along with Ben Gear and the number 9 of Scott Sakaguchi. Ben in 13th position, Scott in 14th, and they are 6.2 seconds back. Johnny Woodruff, Dave Acacia, 16 seconds back. Looking good, though, out there in the number 117 Budweiser. And the Flexvolt Dollar General, number 20. Dave Acacia, John Woodruff. 21 seconds back, we've got Louis Lola and Michael Johnson. Jimmy Crow in the number 16. Along with John Henderson in the 111. Ivan Garcia in the number 72. Good to see Ivan out here. Big shout out there to Ivan. And J.R. Johnson back in position 22 in the number 37. Love that paint job. J.R. Johnson looking very sharp. Jason Nichols in the 02, working with the race admin, Joel Guy and Kevin Scott Nelson. Jason and Joel in 23rd and 24th. Kevin Scott Nelson in 32nd, 2 laps down. Dude Conrad, Brandon Herndon, and Danny Moore out of tonight's race. Checking up front on our race leaders, Jesse Unruh leading his 7th lap of the night. Number 10 of Rick's Brands forcing that outside lane. Side by side with Jesse Unruh, wanting to lead lap 34. Don't think Jesse Unruh is going to let that happen. LG Whaley in the number 99. Holding quite steady and solid out here tonight. Knows he's got plenty of time. We're only at lap 34. 66 laps to go. Plenty of time to get the job done. We're going to be looking at 2 more, hopefully, green flag pit stops as well. Nice double file formation. You know, everybody out here tonight is really doing a pretty awesome job. Huge turnout tonight for the weekly pad race. We used to do it monthly. We're now doing it weekly. That's how much we love pad. P-A-D-D. Nice race between the 133 and the 10. A little bit of 3 wide action beginning to form. Trucks beginning to get that buildup of asphalt up on the hoods of their trucks. In fact, they're driving it on the windshield. Jack Watts wanting it tonight, doing a great job out here. Got to work his way around about nine trucks to get her up there. Jesse Unruh leading lap 37, leading 12 laps. LG Whaley has led 20. If he wants to lead any more, he's got to work his way around some pretty tough competition out here tonight. Donald Stewart getting onto the rear end of Jesse. Rodney German in the number 36. I would say has actually been somewhat quiet. Just kind of taking what cards are being dealt him. Not really forcing anything right now, but it's working out. 3 wide with lap traffic up, Kevin Scott Nelson.
Caution's out.
Caution is out. Right here, we've got an incident involving LG. We're going to take a look at it. Actually, the number 90 of Craig Kinney in the red truck onto the number 24 of Everett Lane. Just kind of hooked him a little bit. Six trucks definitely involved in it. Tough one right there for a lot of drivers. LG Whaley involved. Jack Watts involved. Everett Lane involved. First caution of the night involving Craig Kinney and Everett Lane. Now I would think this would actually send most drivers into pit road. Jesse Unruh, Donald Stewart up in that front line, leading them into pit row. A couple of drivers staying out, hopefully to get their laps back. J.D. Crowe staying out. Kevin Scott Nelson staying out, 4 laps down. Donald Sadusky not heading into pit row. Race off pit row between Rodney German and Donald Stewart. First caution here at Talladega coming out on lap 40. I tell you what, it has been one hell of a run out here tonight. Drivers doing a great job. Good company, a lot of 3 wide. I tell you what, it can't be beat, ladies and gentlemen. Donald Stewart trying to make his way to his allotted placement. Should be putting Donald up there into first place as soon as everybody gets sorted out. A lot of 3-wide racing out there early on. And the caution comes out under 2-wide racing. Go reckon. How about it, Donald? You got a copy?
Yes, sir. Scott, how you doing?
Doing good. How are you, sir?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right, I'll tell you what. Tell me about the racing so far. I mean, it's been a good night.
Oh, it was awesome. How'd you like that 3-wide there for probably, what, 10, 15 laps?
I liked it, and it was early on. You guys started going double the 3-wide on lap 2. How was that 3-wide though? You were in the middle of it for a while.
Yeah, the 3-wide was awesome. I was comfortable up on that high line. I was just worried. I was just telling Dude to keep his left tire below that below the white line. You know, don't get too close to the wall because it'll suck him up. So we did good. Even Dude told me, he goes, man, you pushed me good up there.
Now you are up there with some heavy hitters such as LG and Donald Stewart. Tony Wright in here tonight. Good to see Tony. Have you got anybody you're really trying to get to work with?
Well, Gabe Butler, Eric Laurie, Everett, Jack Watts, trying to get with them because I blew a motor when I pit. I was coming out and I was exiting the pit lane. I shifted to second, and then when I went to third, I went to first and blew a motor. That's why I went a lap down.
Copy that. All right, well, good luck to you, brother. You're looking sharp out there in the Sadusky Tribute truck. Ryan Sadusky recently did his deceased son. Always in our prayers, Donald.
Yeah, you too, Scott. I love you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you for what you do.
Yeah, good luck to you, Don.
Thank you, sir.
Donald Sadusky driving the Ryan Sadusky Tribute truck, looking very sharp out there. Donald Stewart out there on that front line. Should be up there in first position. Now this will change the name of the game. I mean, it's basically going to be a 58 lap race now. We've still got a few drivers that will be laps down. Wayne Feldman, Everett Lane, Eric Latreille, Frederick Hofstetter, Gary Whitmer 2 laps down. So hopefully won't be any more cautions, but we've got drivers in here that definitely would enjoy another caution to get a little bit closer to being out there on that front line. How about it, Donald Stewart? You got a copy?
Yes, Scott, I got you. How you doing?
I'm doing good, having a lot of fun up here. First caution comes out late. I was expecting that caution right there about lap 5 when you guys were doing all that 3-wide. Tell me all about it.
Yeah, that was pretty intense. It was really fun though. I was caught right there in the middle of that, and I just had to concentrate and buckle down and grip the steering wheel a little bit harder. But we all made it through it. It was really amazing.
Now, I was watching your pit stop a few laps back, and I'll tell you what, you nailed that pit stop. How important do you think a green flag pit stop is going to be for tonight's winner?
That's going to be really important. That's going to be probably between winning and losing this race is this next pit stop coming up. And hopefully we'll go green that way and see what we can do, Scott.
All right, good luck to you, Donald.
All right, buddy. I'm going to give a shout out to all my Codes Nest boys. We're all working together out here.
Copy that. Donald Stewart out here tonight working with the boys from Crow's Nest. And I tell you what, the boys from Crow's Nest, doing a mighty fine job out here tonight. Number 88, Gabe Butler. I do believe he's with Crow's Nest. We've got the number 36, Rodney German, on the outside. Now, Rodney is kind of a solo flyer out here. Not really working with anybody in particular. Nonetheless, doing a great job. Lap 34, lap 44 coming our way. Pace car is in. Donald and Rodney side by side.
Green, green, green.
Nice start for the 78, but the 88 wasn't quite ready. 10 was all over that 36. They are picking up speed. And here comes the number 88, Gabe Butler. And he's going to give a little bit of a shove up there onto Donald. Come on, Gabe, get up there, get up there. Here comes Rodney and Rick on the outside. And don't forget about Scott Sakaguchi in the number 9. And Rodney has cleared, and Rodney goes down. No surprise right there. Rick up in the upper lane now, relying hard on Scott in the 09. And here comes Scott, giving it to Rick. Rick hasn't led a lap yet, but he's going to lead this one. Rick leading his first lap, and down goes Rick in front of Rodney German. Rodney German back up. We are almost 3 wide. Well, they're just playing switcheroo right here. And we are 3 wide. Rodney in the center. And here goes Scott and Jack Watts on that high lane. Down goes Scott. Jack Watts out. That'll be a caution. That will be a caution, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to look and see exactly what happened right here. And right there it is, ladies and gentlemen. A little bump from the 10, a little bit of air. And they actually did not touch. There was no touch between Rodney and Jack. But nonetheless, that was huge. That was just absolutely intense. I've got to believe at least 10 trucks caught up into that caution right now. And you know what they say, cautions breed cautions. A lot of drivers in the rear taken out on that one there. They should put John Woodruff up there in first position. Once everything gets caught up, Donald Stewart safe, Paul Sheldon safe. Second caution coming out on lap 45. Cautions breed cautions. No, but I got to tell you, even though the 10 did bump into Rodney German, Rodney held that line. He held that line solid as a rock. The draft from Rodney is what caught the upper truck, and the upper truck turned. There was absolutely no contact. That was all air. Complete air. John Woodruff, Rick Seabrands, Donald Stewart, Scott Sakaguchi, Gabe Butler running our top 5, but that's going to change as they head off into pit row one more time. Still going to be a one-stop race from here on out. Now rolls Donald, Scott, and Rick. John Woodruff in the 117 out there in the front. How about it, John? You got a copy?
Got a copy, sir.
I tell you what, cautions breed cautions. What's the word on the track about that second caution?
I don't know. Somebody backed behind me. I went to swerve and missed, and I got lucky.
All right, but there were quite a few drivers back there that did not get lucky. I see drivers going back into pit row. We're down to about a one-stop pit stop. Do you think we're done with the cautions?
No, not until the end.
All right, copy that. Tell me a little bit about the Budweiser Silverado and how she's handling.
She's handling real good. Getting lucky tonight. Running with some good drivers tonight.
All right, well, I tell you what, this race right now is in your hands. How are you feeling?
Feeling pretty good. Hoping for the best.
All right, good luck to you, John. We'll be rooting for you.
10-4. Thank you, Scott.
John Woodruff, and the race is in Johnny's hands and Rick's hands, and they're going to be starting off side by side on this next restart. One more time by. Lap 48 up 100. I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, this is a great time to take a commercial to learn about PAD, and we'll be right back with you. are back, ladies and gentlemen, at the halfway point of tonight's race for PAD. People Against Distracted Driving. You can find more information at padd.org. Drivers lining up. Double file getting ready to roll. Johnny Woodruff side by side with Rick Sabrans. Both drivers doing a great job. A lot of drivers, you know, on that last caution got sent back to the back of the field due to needing repair jobs. We've got a lot of top drivers sitting back one lap down. One of those drivers, Rodney German, you know, he was up here at the front for the longest time. And unfortunately, Rodney is sitting back into 25th place now.
Green flag.
Flag is out. Johnny waiting for the line. Nice gap on that inside lane behind that number 10. Waiting, waiting. John Woodruff completely in control of tonight's race. He's got challenging up on the outside. Rick Sabrans has taken the lead away from Johnny Woodruff. They're on that 51.09. Scott getting pushed further, number 34 of Paul Sheldon. With that inside lane taken off, something has happened to the 09, and he is losing speed. Inside lane is just absolutely rocketed past the 09. Rick and Johnny first and second. Here comes the 88 of Gabe Butler. Gabe Butler now working with the 09 of Scott Sakaguchi. And that middle lane is starting to roll one more time. Gabe almost side by side with our race leader. But I tell you what, we've seen it tonight so many times. Rarely has that middle lane advanced past the inside lane by more than one truck length. It just does not happen. Number 77 of Jack Watts. Good to see Jack back up here in front. Number 74 of Louis Loya. He's been kind of quiet tonight, but he's side by side with Jack Watts. And Lewis is sitting in 8th. LG Whaley. We saw LG get caught up in an earlier caution. He's right back, only 1.1 seconds away from our race leader, working with the number 26 of Jason Beach, number 21 of Tony Wright. Good to see Tony back in it as well. But I tell you what, they got a ton of work to do work their way up to the front. Rick's led 7 laps of tonight's race. Gabe Butler, leading that outside lane, has led 1. 117 of Johnny Woodruff. Second position. Third position. Good spot for Johnny to be in. Number 78 of Donald Stewart, sitting in 5th. Caution is out. Not seeing any problems out here. Caution is out. Lap 57 of 100. Third caution of the night. Well, that'll be interesting to see what Rick and Gabe do and Johnny do. Even if you go in now, you're still going to have to pit one more time, but you don't have to go in right now. These drivers have still got about a half a lap of fuel. So pitting going to be very important tonight. Number 10 of Rick out there in first position. And I think a lot of drivers will make their decision based upon what Rick does. Stay out or go in. Stay out or go in. And it appears that Rick is going into pit row. Obviously a full tank of gas. Donald Stewart into pit road. Jesse Unruh into pit road. No tires for Rick. Rick making his way back out. Louis Loya in first position now, leading one lap, and LG Whaley should be lining up into second position. Frederick Hofstetter, Jimmy Crow, Rodney German, Jason Nichols, Donald Sadusky, Gary Whitmer, Earl Lateral, Ivan Garcia, and Kevin Nelson, all trying to get their laps back here at the Race 4 pad 266. Been a pretty good race so far, but we had talked to the driver a few laps ago underneath caution, Johnny Woodruff. Asked him if he thought the cautions were done, and he said no, he does not. And you know, he was correct. We're looking at some rear end damage on the rear end of Tony Wright. Could affect his momentum out here tonight. Jesse Unruh looking very good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, going to take a quick commercial break and talk about one of our sponsors here at KMA Racing. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, underneath our third caution of the night in the race for pad 266. Seeing a lot of green flag laps here tonight, but as we enter the later stages of the race, the drivers are heating up. Taking a look at our running order. LG Whaley up there in front, side by side with Jason Beach. "22 drivers still on the lead lap. 28 drivers still in tonight's race. Lap 61 of 100. 39 to go. 20 lead changes. I tell you what, those lead changes, they're stacking up, and LG's been involved in most of them. LG leading the most laps with 22. Jesse Unruh leading 15.
Green flag.
Green flag is in. And I tell you what, I think a couple of drivers out there were sleeping. Jason Beach had an opportunity to get down into that inside lane, and he took it, and I can't blame him. But look at the rear end damage of Tony Wright. And I told you at the very beginning, if LG and Tony could get hooked up tonight, that might be all she wrote. Well, LG and Tony are hooked up here for 1 and 2. Jason Beach, Gabe Butler tied in tow. Rick Sabrans and Scott Sakaguchi for 5th and 6th. And Jesse Unruh strong in 7th. Paul Sheldon and Donald Stewart trying to make something happen on that outside lane. Paul Sheldon leading the number 78 of Donald Stewart. Jesse Unruh jumping up to join the party in the middle lane. Paul Sheldon trying to lead his first lap, but not that time. LG leading lap 36. As I mentioned, drivers will have to make one more pit stop. Hopefully it'll be under green. We've had one very solid round of green flag pit stops tonight. Damage on the number 21. Really not seeming to be a problem tonight. Tony Wright in 4th position, holding his own. More importantly than the position is the placement. He is behind the one guy he wants to be behind. And that is L.G. Whaley. Rick in the number 10 back to 10th position. John Woodruff at the tail end of this pack for position 11. Jack Watts falling in line in front of the number 10. That'll leave Johnny Woodruff on the outside. Struggling to catch up with the draft of that outside lane. Gary Whitmer 2 laps down, unfortunately. But still staying out there. Getting a boost from the number 19 of Donald Sadusky. Donald Sadusky, a 1 lap down. Number 74 of Louis Loya, position 14 on the tail end of Donald Sadusky. Further back on the track, we've got Ivan Garcia, position 26 in the number 72, along with Michael Johnson and John Henderson. Now, John Henderson on that lead lap is only 7.1 seconds back, along with Michael Johnson. Still a lot of hope out here for these guys. With one more pit stop coming through, you can totally lose it in pit row. Kevin Scott Nelson 4 laps down, starting off tonight's race with difficulty. Number 12 of Earl Lateral, position 24. Gotta have a partner out here at Talladega, folks. Paul Sheldon finally leading a few laps out here at Talladega, leading 3 laps, racing against L.G. Whaley. Paul Sheldon in the up lane, getting help from Donald Stewart. wide action with John Woodruff. These drivers are in 3 wide position. They will be coming up to lap traffic. John Woodruff dropping down. Don't think John Woodruff has got much of a partner out here. Looking all around to see whom he can get taken to the front. Contact with 52 to 117. Minor damage, not a worry. Slowed Gary Whitmer down a little bit. He's coming back. Three wide with Joel Guy. Joel Guy in line with 117. Paul Sheldon has taken over the lead down on the inside lane. Driver coming up on track, driver staying down. Donald Stewart trying to take over the lead from Paul Sheldon. Paul Sheldon on the inside, Donald Stewart in the middle lane. Donald Stewart leading his 4th lap of the night. Donald Stewart having an extremely good night out here tonight. Paul Sheldon beginning to come alive with 25 to go. Paul Sheldon side by side with Donald Stewart. Jesse Unruh in 3rd. Coming up onto lap traffic. 3 wide with lap traffic. We've got green flag pit stops. '39 heading in, 071 heading in, number 74 heading in. LG Whaley heading in for a green flag pit stop. .23 laps to go. .26 of Jason Beach, specifically waiting for LG Welly. Pick your partner. That will put Jesse Unruh out in first position along with Donald Stewart and Jack Watts. Now Jesse and this group of drivers still need to pit one more time as we do approach 22 to go. Dave Casey, John Henderson, Kevin Scott Nelson, Everett Lane, Ivan Garcia, Michael Johnson, 6-truck formation. Number 88 of Gabe Butler, Gary Whitmer Sr., Gary Whitmer Sr., 2 laps down. Donald Stewart staying very tight onto the rear end of Jesse Unruh. "20 laps to get her done." Keep in mind, folks, these drivers still need to make one more round of a green flag pit stop. That could change everything. Donald Stewart in second position, Paul Sheldon the third, Scott Sakaguchi to fifth. Drivers are going to get very busy here momentarily as they are approaching lap traffic and about to be put to lap traffic. Donald Stewart a little bit in trouble. Nope, heading into pit row. Green flag pit stops for Donald Stewart. Frederick Hofstetter back into 13th position in the number 11. Donald Stewart out of pit row. He'll be hooked up with the number 19 of Donald Sadusky. Jesse Unruh spins it. No caution will fly. Tough break there for Jesse Unruh. Was making his way into pit row when he goes for a ride. Amazingly, that caution did not come out. Well, that's going to cost Jesse Unruh some time, which is a shame. You know, he has led 21 laps out here tonight. Here comes the green flag pit stop 4. Rick Sabrisi, caution is out.
Some debris somewhere.
Late caution flag coming out. And I tell you what, this changes everything. No, it should put John Henderson out in second position. But the question is does John have enough fuel? I will remind you that last week, John Henderson took her home for Kicking Asphalt Motorsports. 15 to go underneath our 4th caution. Can he do it again? Paul Sheldon has run a very, very nice race out here tonight. Everett Lane sitting in 5th position, making his way into pit row, along with John Henderson and Michael Johnson. Jack Watts will be moved into first place position. We've got Donald Stewart up there with him. So you know Jack's got to be feeling very, very confident at this point in time with 14 to go. How about it, Jack? You got a copy?
Yes, sir. Scotty, how you doing, bud?
Doing good. You're doing real good up there in first position.
I'm doing all right. It's a little rough, but I'm doing all right.
Now, you got anybody particular you want to get hooked up with? Donald, Scott, Gabe?
Yeah, just like everybody else, want to get hooked up with the fast guy.
All right, copy that. Now, how are you feeling? You know, 4 cautions at a pad race. That's maybe 1 or 2 too many. Do you think we're done with the cautions, or do you think it's going to be a 15-lap madhouse?
I think 15-lap madhouse. I mean, these guys ran half the race with no cautions. I think it's going to come down to the set, like you said, 15-lap madhouse. I don't know if we're going to have any more. We might, but I don't know.
All right, copy that. On the deck of your truck there, I see your sporting pad. We appreciate that. I know you're a motorcycle rider. So is pad a little bit more important to you, maybe?
No, it's a lot of bit more important to me. I've noticed, because I live in a real busy city, if anybody out there listening and sees people texting or talking while ever they're driving, look, you can see they're worse than a drunk driver, because for some reason when they talk, they think that they need to let off the gas, and then they're all over the road. So just kind of look at that, just for fun, next time you pass somebody doing something stupid like that.
All right, copy that. Hey, Jack, we appreciate you coming out here. representing Southeast Motorsports and PAD, and maybe we'll see you at the finish line.
Thanks, Scott. Appreciate the host.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Jack's sounding very excited, and he's got some good help out there. He's got Donald Stewart. By the time we get back to Green Flag Racing, we're going to be looking at a possible 11 laps to go, and well, you know, that could turn into a madhouse very, very easily. Now, the good news is a lot of these drivers are going to be getting their lap back, or a lap back. Kevin is down 4, Earl is down 6. So I know they'll be glad to see at least getting one lap down back. Lap 87 of 100 underneath our 4th caution of the night. Kind of hoping to see Tony Wright get back up in there. Tony Wright's done a hell of a job tonight. He has led 2 laps. Johnny Woodruff, right now in 18th position. He's led 3. Louis Loya, 13th position. He's led a lap. And John Henderson, last week's winner, position 16. He's led 1 lap. LG Whaley sitting in 8th position. He has led the most laps of the night, and that is 29 laps led for LG. You know he's wanting it hard. Frederick Hofstetter has been very, very quiet tonight. But it's go time. Pretty much not a peep out of Frederick. He's hung out in the back for quite a while. Started tonight's race in 28th, and Fred's currently into 6th. As drivers begin to take their positioning. Lap 88 of 100, 12 to go. 28 lead changes amongst 7 drivers. Jack Watts side by side with Donald Stewart. Would not be surprised at all to see these 2 drivers hook up. Pace car coming down the backstretch. Drivers will be taking lap 89. This is the race 4 pad. 266 pace car is making his way into pit row. Hopefully for the last time tonight. Pace car in.
Ready, green flag, green flag.
away they go. Nice start for both lanes. Donald's got an edge. Donald staying up. Could have gone down, but stayed up. Jack Watts getting it rolling with the help of the number 9 Scott. Number 99 LG Whaley with number 26 already going 3 wide. So what you're going to have to do at this point in time. The 26 is Jason Beach. And I know this cat can do it. LG making his way. And he's side by side with the number 78. Donald Stewart leading his 9th lap. 10 to go, ladies and gentlemen. LG giving it everything he's got with the help of the number 26. Inside lane falling apart. Down goes Gabe Butler, leaving the number 78 high and dry. That'll open up something for LG. Number 26 sliding in, shutting the door on the number 78. Frederick Hofstetter on that outside lane trying to make a run now. Gabe Butler, LG Whaley, and there goes the turn, and that'll be a caution, ladies and gentlemen. Tough break there for Jack Watts. I do believe Jack might have been caught up in it. Nope, it was the Jack Daniels truck as the number 20 and the 09. Looks like the 09 may have edged up. And Jack Watts indeed did get collected. A lot of drivers in the rear of the field taken out on that. LG, Jason Beach, Gabe Butler, Donald Stewart, and Frederick Hofstetter were in front of it all. And they were able to avoid any contact and collision. Fifth caution of the night, lap 92 of 100. 8 laps to go. By the time they return to Green Flag Racing, we'll be looking at about a 4 to a 5 lap shootout. It'll be a very exciting 4 to 5 lap shootout. As we are underneath our 5th caution of the night. LG definitely staying out, along with Jason Beach. Gabe Butler, Donald Stewart, Frederick Hofstetter. Those are your top 5 drivers. I urge you, ladies and gentlemen, to go to padd.org, pad.org, and check them out. Interesting. They've got some great stuff over there. You can make a donation buy yourself a t-shirt, read some great information about how you can be more safe driving out in your vehicle. Or even walking, you know. I mean, it's a shame that the distracted driving situation has even come up onto the sidewalk and people are walking into telephone poles because they're too busy looking at their phone. And you know, that's the whole purpose of PAD is we want to make sure that we are doing our part to educate the world about the dangers of distracted driving. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday night and you're safe and your new year is off to a good start. Want to give prayers to two of our admins here at KMA Racing, Chris Hogue and Edward Bray, both drivers down for the count for medical reasons, so we offer our prayers and good wishes out there to Edward and to Chris. Be sure to check us out again next Saturday for our weekly PAD race. We're going to be doing these every Saturday as long as we possibly can. A good way to get together with your friends, to sit down and watch some good racing, participate in some good racing. We've had upwards of 30 lead changes out here tonight. It's a lot of lead changes. LG in the lead with 33. Jesse Unruh with 21, but I do believe Jesse is out for the night. Unfortunately, Jack Watts is out for the night as well. Donald Sadusky, Scott Sakaguchi, and Earl. So we did lose a few drivers underneath that last caution. I'll tell you, that was a huge, huge caution. LG will be down on the inside lane of the restart. Lap 94 of 100, 6 to go. Jason Beach has only led one lap. And he'll be up on that outside lane. But you know, there's only one lap that you really need to lead. That's the very last one. One more time by and we'll be back to Green Flag Racing here at Talladega. And the KMA Racing race for PAD 266. Once the drivers complete this lap, will be 5 to go. And it's going to be a barn burner. Would like to see tonight's race finish up underneath a green flag. But I tell you what, it's been a lot of fun out here tonight. Saw a lot of three-wide racing. Continual three-wide racing. The first, what was that, about the first 20 laps? We went three-wide on lap 2 and never stopped. LG showing its support for a pad with a bumper sticker on the rear end of the Silverado. Old Blue. Donald Stewart on the outside lane behind Jason Beach. Hofstetter on the inside behind Gabe Butler and LG Whaley. Five-lap shootout. Pace car is in. Outside lane off to a much better start. Jason Beach able to get into the lower lane. LG, Jason and Gabe on the inside lane. Donald Stewart on that outside. Gabe Butler going up. Gabe Butler in front of the number 78. 26 is loose. Johnny Woodruff on the outside. He's got momentum. .004 involved into a little bit of a scuffle, but no caution will fly. Donald Stewart in trouble. No caution will fly. Over Donald Stewart near to the back. Three to go, LG. Jason Beach putting on a show. Contact between Gabe Butler and the 117. No caution. Tell you what an exciting last few laps. LG Whaley up in front along with Jason Beach. In second position, Gabe Butler into third. Third position, 5 seconds back. Lap 99 of 100. LG has put on one hell of a show out here tonight. Leading 37 laps, but now Jason Beach to the inside. Jason Beach in first position. Lap 99 of 100, one to go. And that will be it, ladies and gentlemen. Looking for our official results. LG Whaley, Gabe Butler, and Donald Stewart. All right, hang out, ladies and gentlemen, for some post-race interviews.
Both had
How
it.
about it, Donald Stewart? You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Scott. How you doing?
All right, doing good. Now, I'm seeing you got third place. Is that correct?
No, I should have fourth. And Gabe get third?
All right, I'm showing Gabe as second. We'll get it all straightened out. So,
Looks like Jason Beach, LG, Gabe, and me.
all right, copy that. Well, nonetheless, great race there. Pulling down fourth place. You did one hell of a job, Don.
Yeah, it fell apart there at the end, man. We had some good racing going on at the beginning of the race and just fell apart back there at the end. I guess people just trying to get to the front and, you know, a lot of people trying to get into their pits and stuff like that, causing accidents.
All right, copy that. Well, great race either way it goes.
Yeah, thank you, Scott, for putting this on, and thank Mike there from PAD for putting this on. We really appreciate it and try to get the awareness out there as soon as we can. Let's give out a shout out to all the KMA guys for racing and all the Crows brothers, all the OFARTs, and congratulations to the OFARTs there, Jason Beach and LG, for their excellent performance tonight.
Copy that. Talking to Gabe Butler. How about it, Gabe? Have you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I got you.
Hell of a run out there tonight, Gabe. Talk to me about your ride.
Oh, man, it was a unbelievable race there. Tough finish, but congratulations to Jason. Him and Mr. Whaley, they're hard to beat.
Well, I tell you what, they got hooked up there, and, you know, you just could not catch them. Now, you did lead 2 laps out here tonight, so that is something to be pretty proud of. Anything you want to talk about with PAD?
I'd like to thank KMA for hosting the race, and of course PAD. It's a fantastic organization, so people get a chance out there to donate a little bit of money to them. I'm sure they would appreciate it.
All right, I thank you for your time. Great job, Gabe Butler.
Thank you.
Jason Beach, have you got a copy?
Loud and clear.
All righty. Now, I was really impressed with your dedication to LG in the last few laps.
Yeah, that 99, he's probably the best there's ever been on restrictor plate racing, and to get to his bumper and help him, he's a heck of a wheelman.
So you've raced with LG several times.
Yeah, we've been doing this for years, to be honest with you. When we get hooked up, we go pretty good.
All right, tell us a little bit about your team and your teammates.
Yeah, we got a heck of a team. I mean, if you stayed with us during the race there, you saw myself, the 99, Earl Lateral in the 12, 21 of Tony Wright, and Lewis was a big help as well. You know, you can't do this thing if you don't have a group of cars that are willing to run with you, pit with you, and it really makes a difference. So appreciate everybody's help tonight.
All right, good job, Jason Beach. All right, joining us now in the conference room here, we've got tonight's winner. We have got LG Whaley. Have you got a copy, LG?
Yes, sir.
All right, very impressive. Tell me all about it. You started first out there tonight, I do believe, and you ended up first. You obviously know what you're doing. Talk to us about your race.
Well, the 26, Jason Beach, is the best pusher in our racing, and we can do about anything we want to do as long as he's on my bumper. I just try to hold a target for him, and he does the rest.
Now, how did your pit stops go? Because tonight, I do think pit stops played a voice in tonight's race. How did those work out for you and your teammates?
We had decent pit stops. We tried not to overdo it so we wouldn't get a penalty, and one of our guys got a penalty, and so we had to hitch on with some other people to stay in the group until our partners got back with us, and that helped a lot.
All right, well, I tell you what, it worked out in the long run, and this is the first time I've ever had to broadcast you racing. But I tell you, it was a lot of fun out there. You led 37 laps. Very, very impressed. Out here for a great cause. Congratulations, LG.
Hey, bud, thanks for putting it on. We really appreciate it.
And I tell you what, we got some good news coming to you from Pad, courtesy of Mike Lenny. Here in the next couple of days, I'm going to get $20 in iRacing credits over to your account for you to do with what you want for your hard work tonight.
Hey, bud, we really appreciate that.
All right, LG for the win. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what a night tonight. LG for the win, showing up your race results. You got to be impressed with LG, Jason Beach, and Gabe Butler. 5 cautions out here tonight, totaling out 15 laps, 33 lead changes. But I tell you what, one hell of a race. Be sure to check us out next Saturday night when we do it again in the name of Pad. I am Scott Kolovic. This is KMA TV, and we are rolling out of here.